Heads up, this is going to talk about countries and historical things in a channeled message, okay? It's also in relation to energy reading and protection, okay? And anything that is seen and heard on screen is for entertainment value, okay? Allegedly. Flip it where it needs to go, move the energy as you see. I'm going to ring my antique bell, okay? And then I'm going to play with various decks in order to find the message that we're going to try and convey. The first one that I had accidentally left out on the Nefarious deck, okay? Realising now that it was actually the start of the message, okay? Entrapment, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Sean Connery, abusive, predatory men, spies, lies, suits and ties. This has got to do with the 33-degree Masons, okay? For when it comes to 33, you see, 25 outranks 33, respectfully. Somebody has been trying to force other people into a submission state, okay? So that they can elevate people inside their own structures and discard other people who they perceive to be a threat in a way. Dagda, thank you for helping me today. Right. I'm going to set aside some stuff. This is somebody tried to pour a particular soul into a energetic trap, okay, which was designed to be a concentration camp of the soul, so that this person will be trapped in a war crime mentality, okay, which means that this person would not progress in a way that would give them any truth or clarity at the end of the day. There is high-ranking people involved, okay. This is why it's a spiritual intervention, all right? This is how they train their people. That's why I'm up in the middle of the night. 2 minutes in on the timer already, you see. Some of us come from Scottish and Irish ancestry and more, you know. But then again, some of us don't deliberately do the DNA testing, okay? Because we don't lean into biases, you know, that are used by people on the right in order to assert and leverage certain things, okay? Make it make sense. Someone is trying to drain your energy. They are trying to force you to engage with the drama to cause you further delay. Keep moving forward, okay? This is part of the tactics and delay. This is a power structure that is well established. You know, good few hundred years at this point, okay? Wikipedia will tell you a lot, alright? And shout out to those who do work to keep Wikipedia entries in the upright. Especially when it comes to those who are educators and practitioners, you see, who understand older magics respectfully. Because they're the ones that keep the sanitization of certain resources that are public and free in the upright, so that things are justifiably referred to, okay? Thank you for the work you do at the end of the day. It's a cruel, cruel summer. Someone felt justified to shame you because they feel less accomplished. Boohoo. Okay, so this has been a public humiliation ritual which went wrong, okay? They perceived to be the person to be quite vulnerable and isolated them deliberately, okay? And this was in order to fortify their own stabilizations of old structures and to destabilize others, to prevent them from having a resurgence which would help turn the tide in Irish history, okay? Yeah, because the old gods are only good for car vehicle lads, alright? Make it make sense. Someone is projecting all over you because you chose to heal, so they try to make you the villain. Double standards, boo. This is part of the problem, okay? These people have their hierarchies and they move in certain ways to create deliberate double standards. And then if you succeed and beat the expectations, okay, they will still shame you in order to keep you in check so that they can keep you locked into the structure, okay? When it comes to Maslow's hierarchy of needs in reverse, all right, they're harnessing and taking things and leaving people with very little, okay? I have no interest in dealing with these types of people, okay? And yes, some of them you have to be invited specifically. Any harnessing or advocacy in a public capacity will actually get you discredited automatically. So yeah. How about we just take ourselves out of the equation so we're not considered actually? Ding dong, the witch is dead. Silent treatment. I said what I said. We wish them progress, it's true, but we aren't obligated to hold space for them too. This is part of the problem, okay? Some people try to force themselves into your energy, and you know, particularly when it comes to certain family names, okay? If you are aligned with certain families and they have different levels in society, okay? They can absolutely play on those wounds, all right? Because they want to vilify the ones that aren't considered to be financially abundant, okay? They want to terrify the ones that are in the system in order to stay, and they want to get those who are forward moving to be able to pay homage to them in a way that they can control the narrative and also hide their hand when they play. It's funny, this looked a lot like marching, okay? That's all I'm going to say. For when it comes to blue and red, you see, don't forget orange either, respectfully. Someone wanted to be put on a pedestal by you. Well, being two-faced and prioritizing others is true. You deserve better. It's true. Okay, and here's the thing, okay? I'm not judging these people unless you can, you know, stay in your own lane. If somebody's going to interfere with energy, okay, some of us are very powerful readers at the end of the day, and some of us really don't play. Again, that card, you know, entrapment. So sorry. The male lead was an absolute asshole and is known to be a predator and abusive, okay? Wasn't known back in the day. Trips, traps, tips, taps, energy harvesting is a mousetrap. This is how they choose to play. They will identify high-level practitioners, and if they can't get them to bend and be humiliated in a certain way, they will try and get them shuffled off stage and handed over to nefarious organizations internationally, okay? Some of them will also then, if you succeed and beat those, they will try and use high-ranking people in government structures in order to discredit you, okay? And if you beat those, then they might actually invite you at the end of the day. But, you know, do you really want to be sitting in those musty rooms with those artworks that are stolen, okay? I know for me, I do like times with art and gallery, but I'd sooner choose the ones that I can access publicly. And be cautious and careful with how I move, okay? Because I honour diversity in each and every way. Stick a fork in me. This person's behaviour is giving you okay, hun, or, you know, whatever man bun. And this is part of the tactics, okay? They will gaslight, triangulate and manipulate you into being perceived to be somebody who is not a viable resource. Health attacks are happening to you because they are trying to disempower you. Someone is using dark magic against you. Rest up and up your water intake too. So this is part of some of the reason why they attack certain people, okay? They actually want to figure out how some people are protecting themselves in order to counteract it in each and every way. Particularly when people develop their own tools, alright? It means then they're operating out of systems that previously existed. And it means then that they can't be controlled by the right. Yes, the right, as in R-I-T-E. But flip it where it needs to go with the energy. Because some of it is old lineages that are associated with colonialism mindset, respectfully. Someone is trying to create roadblocks for you because they wanted to humiliate or non-consensually degrade you. Gross, ew. I am not here for it, okay? Just like I will say free Palestine at the end of the day. I stood outside the Dáil earlier this year and with a protest I did speak to other people's fear. I am blessed to have certain skills, okay, which are a double-edged sword at the end of the day. Some people don't like it, okay, and this is why high society likes to try and degrade certain people, okay? If they can't control them or lure them in with, you know, big bags of money, okay, they'll then leash the suits and ties to make them feel inferior, okay? Setbacks, backtrack, sneaky snakes are hissing and dissing. Thank them for their hate, stay great. This is part of what they do, okay? When you get to a point where your energy is quite strong in a certain way, they'll try and disempower you in each and every way and discredit you so that you aren't taken seriously at the end of the day. And they'll also use mental health magics, alright, in order to be able to discredit you and keep you from being able to be alright. They particularly don't like it when you have peace for yourself, you see. Because, you know, that reduces their influence respectfully. When someone said, "When pigs fly," that story already happened, my guy. Get with the program or drive on by. This is part of the situation, okay? Some of these people are very used to being influential in order to realign history so that it will be perceived in a certain way. Personally, I have no problem with the old gods or the new, as long as you don't take advantage of people. You know, and a lot of that's done by humans, okay, who take the words and flip them in a way that's going to give them more power and leave other people in a tower. And I just would sooner have a spiritual shower. 11:11 on the timer, you see. And yes, I don't disclose all of the ingredients I work with respectfully. Someone is trying to steal from you. Hold on to your boundaries and choose critical thinking too. Some of them have gotten really good at trying to get you to disclose information on screen, which will help them to be able to sabotage you, okay? Somebody's been going deep into the historical grimoires in the private collection, okay? Pardon me, confirmation. Someone admires how you move. You have nothing else to prove. You are enough just being you. This is the thing when it comes to high society, okay? The amount of assholes who use it to abuse other people is not okay. This is why the nefarious deck is out, and the two cards that I inadvertently left in front of the altar were the entrapment and the intervention card, okay? Someone is grieving at this time. They try to be the shady kind of switch sides. From their repercussions they can't hide. Be aware at this time. For those who have lost people who are part of the lodges, okay? I'm not hating you at the end of the day. I just would like you to stay in your own lane, please, okay? And for those who have passed, alright, I'm being told mediumship in the upright. If you find that the people who fucked you over and harvested from you and then left you in a place where you were put on the front line and then you were unalive to protect those behind the scenes and you need a guide on the other side who can help you to find the house of the dun, alright, I've been told that you can give me a shout. Give it some time though, alright? Apparently some souls need to do some processing and energy healing, okay? Because this is the nature of how they corrupt your vessel, okay? Someone is trying to weigh you down, not your circus, not your clown. Roll your eyes and leave these jokers to play around. This is part of the problem with privilege, okay? Some of these people have become so privileged that they play games with other people's lives, okay? It's the boredom of the elites at the end of the day. I'm pulling out the Kipper deck, alright? Here's the thing, those who are part of high society in Ireland who do the right kind of work, okay? And those who make sure that philanthropy and culture are in the upright, I honour that. But those who have ties to deception and lies and corruption and, you know, trafficking, they hide. And being told, you know, watch out. Here comes the pride. Family room. Change, bad health, expectation, and courtship. Someone is disappointed with their life choices, okay? This is a past story, alright? And somebody's trying to force it into the present because they haven't done the works that they need to be in the upright. So I respect these two people and I'm going to move them out of the energy, okay? Because this isn't their story at the end of the day. I wish them further healing and learning, okay? Right, now that we've set that aside, okay, there is change happening and there's a courtship for somebody else, okay? And there's a family room that's going to be in the upright, okay? Because some people don't let other people influence them indefinitely, okay? So this is 21 and 9, which is 30, you see, which is 3 and 4, which is 7, which is a very important number, and sudden wealth is out next, okay? Be careful with the sudden wealth, alright? Some people will try and use it in order to get you caught up in certain things, okay? Flying monkeys have wings at the end of the day. This is part of the problem with certain organizations, okay? Hashtag not all organizations, alright? But some of them will actually manipulate people in order to entrap them and embroil them into situations where they can then use that information to shut them down so that they can't advocate for themselves, alright? I'm being told to flip the bird on that, okay? Back to the nefarious deck, one sec, because they'll actually use international organised crime in order to do it too, okay? Because, you know, how dare they actually show their hand? They'd sooner outsource that and give the contract to somebody else, which they can then blame, alright? The machinations of it all. Super impact mode is not easy. People try to be sleazy. Watch out for those who want to speak easy. A lot of them will use substances in order to harvest, okay? Yeah, and this is why some of them will actually try and keep substances in certain systems to stop them from operating, okay? Generational trauma at play. You know, and substances aren't all bad, okay? You know, when you do offerings to certain deities, they can be high ranking, okay? I had one of my main offering. I've had 2 of my chalices break this year, okay? They were both made of clay. But this has got to do with the measure of the adversaries I've been dealing with, okay? And I'm not disclosing what is on my altar, alright? Some people get to see it while I work, and some people don't know what I do in order to hide things in certain boxes too. You get to see what I show you. Cybercrime, criminal activity that either targets or uses technology and networked devices, hacking often done for money or damage to affect profits. This is what they'll do, okay? They'll weaponize criminals too in order to protect the wealth and to also harvest energy to prevent people from generating their own wealth, okay? Abundance comes in many ways. And I'm not here for the delays. Fraud, wrongful or criminal deception intended to result in financial or personal gain. A person or thing intended to deceive others, typically unjustified. This is the thing with these types of people, okay? Once you get on their radar for being powerful, okay, they'll try to get you embroiled in situations in order to discredit you at the end of the day. Shout out to law enforcement on the right side of the wheel, okay? But some of them end up getting pressured into silence. It's not okay. I would like our country to do more in order to be good to the civil servants who are on the right side of the wheel, okay? Politicians are also used as puppets in a way. For who is paying for those campaign donations, okay? Apparently the tea is hot today. As in the LGBT, because I'm non-binary, which is trans, respectfully. 555, I said a change would do you good. Someone is projecting on you childhood wounds. This is part of the problem with these people, okay? A lot of them come from structured hierarchical families that don't like eccentricities which aren't approved at the end of the day. I am not giving out about other lineages, alright? I just want you to treat people with the dignity they deserve day and night. And I ask that when you consider who you target, you see. These people might be best off as an ally who you treat with the dignity that they deserve, independently. Calling all lost and found, get back into alignment, flip your perspective around, and for God's sake, ground. The amount of stuff I've had to deal with the last few days, okay? The leveraging of certain energies against me specifically has not been okay. I've been converting and alchemizing it into readings, okay? And yes, my content is possibly shadow banned on YouTube, alright? I've also previously dealt with a lot of harassment on TikTok, okay? You know, 2020 vision at the end of the day. It's hard when you're seen and you won't cause a scene in order to hide what other people do behind the scenes. Your spirit team are working hard behind the scenes. Give them an offering, food, beverage, time, energy, or even a scratch card, please. So this is part of the reason, okay? Some of them will gamble with other people in order to coercive control, okay? Gambling is an addiction at the end of the day. And this is why I generally rarely do scratch out cards, okay? But when I do, they're an offering too. And I make sure that I reduce the amount of donations I give to certain people too. Because sometimes when you give more to people who treat you like less, well, that is also a way that people can gamble, but I digress. Ireland is known quite well for its charity, okay? But sometimes that is a wound of the soul of generational trauma at the end of the day. And what happens is the elites will often get the working class people to be in poverty but still give to others, okay? It's control tactics at the end of the day. Journal, paint, craft and sing, lift your soul, give your own bell a ring, ding ding. Apparently I need to ring my antique bell, okay? To help clear the energy today. I'm being told from Lord Ross to New Ross, where I lived, you see, by the River Barrow, I've already buried certain snakes respectfully. And I ask that people respect my energy, because if not, you'll be surprised. There's wolves in the family. One moment, please. Heads up on the noise sensitivity, okay? 2222, as I rung on the timer too. A world of opportunities awaits for you. The world is now a medieval rack for your haters, with some mental flagellation too. Okay. A certain country name just came to me, but I'm not talking about it respectfully, because this is part of the situation, okay? Some people are very closely connected to other people, okay? Someone thinks you are a dark magic practitioner. Oh my, do they not know that's not how you choose to fly? Mostly. Don't test me, child. And this is the thing, okay? I use protection magics, alright? Which means that I have been thrown into many an unfair fight. But I still keep coming up on the upright, okay? Not all magical practitioners are bad at the end of the day. And not all of us manipulate, okay? And not all of us will put up with other people's BS indefinitely, okay? Cry me a river if you're butthurt, you see. It's the kickback of your own toxic positivity. And this is the thing, okay? I have no time for deceptive natures that hide certain nefarious deeds, okay? I'm being nudged to pull from the middle of the blank section of the nefarious death. Yeah, Kern, power up, power down. Somebody, there's going to be a loss of life for this masonry clan. And yeah, it's not going to be one of the higher ranking ones, okay? They've tried to figure out, oh, it might be today. One moment, please, I'm being told to pull a stave. From strafe and struggles and staves, you see. Be careful when you fuck around with magical practitioners. 2424, respectfully. Q, chart, temporary setback, you see. Sometimes the temporary setback, alright, is making sure that you focus chaos in the upright. Some people want to throw setback after setback after setback in front of other people, okay? In order to destabilize them and maintain control structures that they think are hidden, but are becoming exposed each and every day. Resource hoarding. The psychology of resource hoarding is an anxiety-based action. For example, food guarding by abused animals is survival mode behaviors. They're not going to like me when I say this, okay? Your lack of generosity means that you have a famine mentality. If you actually cared about people, okay, you'd be more generous. Said what I said, okay? We're all in this together, alright? This is how Ireland moves forward. Or should do, okay? More red flags on a golf course. Someone's mask has slipped. Inappropriate chips, sex, drugs, rock and roll, photo evidence, a story told. Oh, somebody got caught on camera doing stuff they shouldn't, okay? And some of us have been guilty about that when we've been wounded deliberately, okay? I know if anybody exposes anything from my past, I'm a survivor, okay? Do other people have that reason when they speak? And when they get discarded this way? Or did you lean into the narrative when you joined the abusers when they played? Russian roulette. Someone wants you locked in a dungeon or sleeping in the sea. Putting up a fight. Secrets exposed, unfortunately. Oops. There it is. Here's the thing when it comes to certain energies, okay? I try not to call out the low-level people on the ground, and I try to be careful with what I say. This is all allegedly a story, dark and sinister today. Do what you will with the information, okay? Cut and that's a wrap. Failed project, corrupted source, CCTV, social media, grand arts industry, reputation, career, scapegoat. Some people know what was tried to be done to certain energies, okay? If this happened to you, I'm so sorry. You deserve better each and every day. For when people play with certain energies, you see, it's because they may be automatically high honor. This is why they try and keep them from success so that they can stop the influence of a positive nature, okay? Mature woman 6. When it comes to number 6, you see, the 6 of Wands is success and victory. And 6, for me, is the number 0 and 1 combined, which put in a certain frame of mind is alchemy time. And this is part of the problem with these people, okay? They don't want people who are perceived to be less being high honor in each and every way. They want them to be able to be coercively controlled at the end of the day. My cat just snuggled up behind my back in order to provide support. Thank you. Adjudication. This is part of the problem, okay? Some of these secret societies have people in certain structures, okay? But then there's also going to be some people who don't play. I'm being told that hopefully there will be a good one on the bench when it comes to a certain day. Great fortune out next, you see. Sometimes those who have the right type of a mentality will overcome certain structures eventually. When it comes to focusing chaos, okay, be careful what chaos you throw at certain people. Some of us are natural, alright? Righteous endurance out next, you see. This is the problem with these people. They don't want you to be able to endure certain things in order to be free. They don't want you having vital beginnings because that takes the power from them, okay? And they don't want you controlling your own power because then that means that they can't take advantage of you anymore, okay? The power in this at the moment is quite strong, okay? Somebody's trying to prevent a tower moment and I'm saying, so sorry. You don't control me. You don't get to harvest my energy. And force change out next, you see, because the last thing they'll do is they'll try and make you afraid of passing away, respectfully. It was 29 and 5-2 on the timer, you see. Angel number 52 is quite interesting, respectfully. Some of us, we don't fear passing away, okay? Because we've experienced so much in life that it might be a reprieve at the end of the day. And some of us, the soul's journey is only halfway done with a life, if you've had any fun. Especially if you do the work so that you can laugh at the people who say, "Are you okay, hon?" Because these people will possibly need you in the future, you see. 30, 30, 33. Poverty in reverse, apparently. How can somebody make you feel less when you're automatically more? How can you feel spurned when you don't even want to walk through a certain door? How can you say, "Ding, ding, you know more," when you have to throw so many people against certain individuals and they won't be in despair anymore? Legal issues, scale of justice, something that happened that has legal implications and may need the help of a lawyer to sort out. Question or problem that is resolved by the law. This is part of the problem, okay? Some of them don't want you to be able to have any legal representation that will be able to give you a fair fight at the end of the day. This is why they try and control certain people so that they can have their own way. Not here for today. Natural disaster or unnatural. Flood, earthquake, hurricane that causes great damage or loss of life, suffering, crisis, tripled in the last 30 years. Example, emotions very high. This is part of some of the things that they'll do, okay, is they'll actually use the news as a way to obscure other things happening that they want to keep off center stage. Wealthy man? Apparently there's a wealthy man who's part of the plan who isn't an asshole. Let's hope it's okay. We'll see what has to be said at the end of the day. When it comes to communities, alright, the Irish are known to be able to put up a fight. But part of the fight we need to look at, you see, is not accepting diabolical behaviours inside and outside of our own country. Child in the upright, okay? Looks like a girl, but it says child, alright? High ringing in the right ear. Regardless of gender, okay? Respect people who are high honor at the end of the day. House in the upright, okay? Sometimes the house is the legal structures. And sometimes the politicians are the assembled conjecture. And certain names, whether adopted or born into, you see, have certain names associated with certain houses, respectfully. So I ask when people consider, alright, please treat magical practitioners who have the best interest for you in the upright. It's coming up to 3333, okay? I'm being told if you stay in your lane, you won't have a problem, okay? Community just came back out, okay? When it comes to community, alright, I do know that some people aren't high honor, okay? And it's got to do with how they chose to behave at the end of the day. It's important that when you do certain things to protect and serve, alright, that you make sure you keep your nose clean and stay in the upright. And this is why 25 beats 33, okay? Going back to Wikipedia and the beginning of the message, okay? Five, mature man. There's a mature man who's actually somebody who is a subject matter expert in his field, who's going to consider certain things to be a new perspective for the turning of the wheel. I think this person is going to make sure that other people who are affected in this situation get treated right, okay? Shout out to the harp at the end of the day. For when it comes to the heart, you see, sometimes feck off, you fucking gobshite is great for criminals internationally. Especially the ones who are thieves. Yeah, somebody's gonna grieve. Somebody's going to jail, okay? Child in the upright, okay? I'm being told to pull some more staves to finish out the message, alright? Again, I'm being told to reaffirm this wasn't a fair fight. And if you feel both hurt because somebody else has succeeded with their magics, okay? What did you do? I'm being told that you also, potentially, these people did it with a lot of other people, okay? They just got to meet the one that they couldn't handle in this way. Ding ding. Somebody's gonna get offered a ring. Somebody's gonna be asked to sing. Somebody's gonna be given some bling. Somebody's gonna step into a fighting ring. And somebody's gonna give somebody a ring. That's all on that one for the moment, okay? Yeah, for when it comes to temporary setbacks, okay? You'd be amazed what you can do when you've analysed things in certain ways. And when it comes to other world support, okay? When you acknowledge all of the trauma from your ancestral lineages and dig down deep and do the work for yourself and, you know, avoid the trauma bonds, you can be amazed what you can do when you solo work, okay? For rooted guardianship sometimes comes in ways where you don't actually work in tandem with other people. Sometimes standing apart gives you a perspective that, you know, some believe is the point on the steeple to keep the devils away, okay? Whatever your part or purpose today. I'm an Irish pagan, okay? With crypto pagan leanings, alright? I acknowledge the past, present and future of Ireland, and I want us to be in the upright. Cool. Visionary wisdom out next, you see. Know thyself, apparently. For when it comes to thy, they and them, you see. Singular they predates singular you. And some people need to let that go too. For when it comes to Ur and Ishnok, you see. The Hill of Tara is only part of the story. For when it comes to ancestral messages, okay, you'd be surprised what tapping into other places in the geography can do, okay? Especially the roads less travelled, alright? Especially ones where there may be a crossroad in sight. Ian, emotional communication out next, you see. When you walk the roads of Ireland, do so with integrity. Because active healing won't come to those who don't do it in certain ways, okay? Intentions have a lot to do with how you choose to play. There was a lot of very nefarious intentions in this reading, okay? But I'm being told to flip it in the upright. There's always hope at the end of the day. Gort, cultivated space, you see? Cultivate the space of your soul so that you can operate in a frequency where you can actually do things that other people would be amazed at, alright? Some of the hardest trainers are the soldiers and those of a spiritual fight. Some of us were put into them without our consent, okay? But then we come out swinging in a battle royale, which is quite alarming to other people, okay? Challenging fear in the upright, you see. I'm being told, pick your battles carefully, people, please. Because if you don't look around, alright, you're not going to see who's in your blind spot, okay? Apparently I'm going to be the pain in the butthole of some people till the end of my days. And even after, okay? Because it's a necessary journey. Passing from the world is a necessary journey, okay? And those who harvest off others to cause it delays, you're going to get destabilized, okay? Particularly those who harvest off those under the age of 18, you see. Apparently there's going to be a massive destabilization of that type of harnessing of energy. And I'm proud to be part of that fight, okay? and somebody doesn't like it, alright? But then again, it was my martial tools that fell on the necessary journey, okay? Certain fights need to be taken in hand at the end of the day. For women's peace, all told, is when young people are bought and sold. That's the sign of people who allow certain things to happen, you see. That they will betray the people of their own country for gold, unfortunately. Or for confirmation, okay? Smash Mouth, All-Star. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. Ops ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Yeah, good song. I know it's important to me, okay? I sang it in a very wonderful place back in the day. Apparently that's going to be the name of the reading, okay? All-Star. From All-Stars to Aquarius, you see, and back to the nature of energy. We are all souls in the universe, okay? We are all made of stardust in each and every way. So when you treat others with less than the dignity they deserve, if you believe in deity, your ass will get served. And if you don't believe in deity, you see, sometimes the law will take that in hand for you. And if the law won't do it, alright, sometimes karma will make you pay the price. Extension. Someone is trying to cause you delays, looking to stall you out to steal your success. Stay away from creeps, okay? It's coming up to 42 on the timer, you see. The meaning of life, for many, apparently. Shout out to the nerds, okay? You have to be respected at the end of the day.